Hey, I am live. Gonna give somebody some time to come in. What's up? What's up? What's up, my lifers? How are we? Welcome back to another day's journey in the world with your girl. That would be me, Angie. In real life, it's Angie. In real life, here's what you gotta do. Hit the bell, subscribe, share, and comment too. It's Angie in real life. Oh, guys, hold on. This is the hospital calling about my dad. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to take that phone call, guys. It was the hospital about my daddy, and God is so good because he is doing better. If his temperature stays regulated, he will be leaving tomorrow. Thank God for Jesus. He's amazing. But I just came on here, y'all, because I wanted to share with y'all. Today is, on Angie in real life, it is Mama Said Monday. But hey, Mama said Monday, Mama said there will be days like this, there will be days like this. And whatever your this is, know that God is greater and he can do all things but fail. But anyway, guys, I came on because today is also National Tell a Story Day. So I was like, yes. I had no plans on coming on live today. I've been working behind the scenes, making videos, editing videos. So when I realized it was National Tell a Story Day, I'm like, shoot, I got a story to tell about some things that I've been through. I was like, anybody can tell a story. So today is National Tell a Story Day. Let me see. I was gonna go live from my phone. Let me give you some specs. Let me give you some specs. My headphones just cut smooth off, y'all. Oh, gracious goodness. Mm. Oh, I know why it cut off. I know why it cut off. Bree Bree's World. How have you been, Bree? Oh gosh. Bree, are you making videos? What's going on over there in Bree Bree's World? What's going on? Let me share me out. Y'all, I'm sorry for that interruption, but I just want to tell y'all that my dad is doing wonderful. Your birthday is tomorrow. Oh, happy early born day. Bree, what are you doing for your birthday, girl? I hope you're staying out of trouble for one thing. I'm going to need you to keep your nose clean, boo. I'm going to need you to stay out of trouble. That's what I'm going to need for you to do. I have been working on my music. I was seeing you some on Instagram. Oh, what you rapping, Bree? Hey, Keely. Hey, sis Angie in real life. Angie in real life with one L in real life. What's up, guys? I hate that I don't have my Veronica Merrick. Praise God for your dad. I know, right? Right. I know. I can't wait to tell um the fruitful wife tomorrow on prayer. Cause y'all, we've been praying for my dad. Well, I've been praying and listening because sometimes when you pray so much about a person, you almost run out of words to say. But God is doing it. But anyway, guys, I got on here because I wanted to celebrate National Tell a Story today. And today is April the 27th, and it is National Tell a Story Day. Take my phone off here. So it says National Tell a Story Day on April 27th each year in the United States. In the United States, encourages people of all ages to share all kinds of stories. Whether it's read a book from your imagination or actual story from a childhood memory. The day supports gathering with friends. I'm gathering with y'all my friends, and family to share those stories. It says storytelling is an ancient practice used to hand down knowledge from one generation to the next. It's a wonderful way to pass on family traditions, histories, and long told tales, and can be entertaining as well as educational. Some of the very best stories come from real life experiences. Hey, the fruitful wife. Hey, the fruitful wife. Hey, the fruitful. Hey, the fruitful what? Hey, the fruitful wife. What is up? Guess what, guys? Fruitful wife, girl. I don't want you to flip your chair over because I know that you've already flipped your chair over one time today. But what I want you to do is to give God praise because guess what? As soon as I started my live, I got a phone call from the hospital saying that my dad is doing okay. He did spike a fever, but the antibiotics is working. And if his fever stayed down, they will be sending him back to the rehab center tomorrow. They gave him IVs, IV antibiotics. Bless the Lord. COVID hell. Yes, 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 honey. Give God some praise for he is worthy. That's a story to tell, honey. I got a story to tell about some things that I've been through, but I'm here. Oh, I'm here. Yes, now that is a story to tell. God is so amazing. He is so amazing, honey. What he make happen for others, he can make happen. Oh, what he does for one, he can do for others. Okay. He's amazing. Many people enjoy listening to their. Okay, let's go back. It says it's a wonderful way to pass on family traditions, histories, and long told tales, and can be entertaining as well as educational. Some of the very best stories come from real life experiences. Many people enjoy listening to their grandparents share their stories about when they were growing up back in the day. Spending time telling stories with family, friends, and loved ones is a time for all to learn from each other, to remember and to grow closer together. It says, besides creating a bonding environment, oral storytelling provides rich opportunities to reminisce. While connecting the past to our present, our storytelling also fosters creativity. It encourages the use of imagination and that lasts a long time, a last time. So it says how to observe National Tell a Story Day. It says libraries around the world participate in the day with special storytelling times for children. Do you have a story to tell? Do you have a story to tell? It does not matter if the story is short or if it's long, fiction or nonfiction. Oh, it jumped. Fiction or nonfiction, a tall tale, or a folklore. Hey, JJ. Hey, Iffy. Welcome, guys. If any of you guys have a story that you guys would like to share, I will bring y'all on here and let y'all tell y'all stories since today is National Tell Your Story Day. So if anybody has a story they want to tell, jump in. I'm going to finish up reading this and I have a story that I want to share with y'all. And if any of y'all have a story I want to tell, please feel free to share it. I will drop a link. It says, a tall tale or folklore. Seek the storytellers in your life and encourage them to regale you with stories. As you listen, record them in some way. This is a day for them all. While you're participating, while you're practicing your storytelling skills, try these tips to make tales come true. We encourage you to tell your story and even share it on a social media using hashtag hey thrifty grandma. Lovely Key. Hi. We encourage you to tell your story and even share them on social media using hashtag National Tell a Story Day. It says National Tell a Story Day is April the 27th, which is today. And I have a story that I want to share with you guys. And again, I'm going to tell my story and then I will drop the link. And if anyone has a story that they would like to share with us, I will gladly allow you to come in and share your story with us. So the story that I have to tell is I'm originally from Washington, D.C. We moved to Delaware when I was about 6 years old. I think I was about 6 years old when we moved to Delaware. And my mom had three kids. It was my sister, myself, and one of my brothers. And my baby brother and I were really, really close. Before we actually we would commute from Washington, D.C. to here. My great grandma was here. My great uncles and great aunties and all my aunties and stuff was here in Delaware. So we had a house in DC and we had a house here. So we would go back and forth between there until we officially moved here. And I remember one, it had to be in the summertime. It had to be in the summertime. And we came down to my auntie's house and all of us was in the yard. Now, we city girls. We actually had a culture shock because we moved from Washington, D.C. to here to Delaware. And believe it or not, guys, when we moved here, we did not have running water. We used a pee bucket. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but we had pee bucket and we had outhouses. We literally had a culture shock. We moved from Washington, D.C., and kind of like a townhouse with having hot water, a tub, and all of that to moving to Delaware to having nothing. Like we had to tote wood. We had a wood stove. We had to like go and tote water. We had like the pump that was in the yard where you had to like prime the pump. Y'all, I'll be 42. Thrifty grandma said, I know, thrifty grandma. I'll be 42 on Saturday. So I want you guys to join me for my birthday, my virtual birthday party. It's Saturday at 8 o'clock right here. Saturday at 8. I'll be 42. So I'm not that old, but I was raised by older. My grandmother mainly played a big part in our lives because my mom had her kids when she was younger. Excuse me, y'all. I burped. I just finished recording a video for y'all. But anyway, so we had outhouses, we had a tote wood, we had chickens, we had pigs. I'm talking about a major culture shock. People wonder why, like, I'm so full of wisdom at the age that I am. I was raised by older people and I learned how to work hard early. But anyway, we would come down here to visit for Christmas. Hey, Faye, what's up, Faye? Welcome to the live. Welcome to National Tell a Story Day. So we moved here, but we hadn't moved here yet. Yes, I know what those are. We had those until I was 6. We finally moved to a house with a bathroom. That was a luxury for us. Look, lovely key. We went the opposite. We went backwards. We went backwards. We actually went backwards. So anyway, we would come and visit. So I think it had to be in the summertime. And we came to visit and we was at my auntie house, which is my mom's sister house. And my grandmom was going to the store or something, and we all wanted to go. So we kind of like hurry up and jumped in the car. So my sister jumped in the car and my and I jumped in the car. But my baby brother, my aunt wouldn't let him go. So I guess we got in the car so quick that we really didn't pay attention. So we hopped in the car. My sister was in the middle, and it was a two-door car. I can't remember what kind of car it was, but it only had two doors. It was like a green looking gremlin. I knew it was a green color car, like an army dark, ugly green. And we hopped in the car, not paying attention, just jumped in. Didn't want our grandmom to leave us. So we all just run. Y'all know how kids do when you're chasing down your parents or whatever when they're leaving. So we jumped in the car, hoping that we wouldn't get left. And I guess we just weren't paying attention. And back in them days, seatbelts weren't mandatory. You didn't have to wear a seatbelt. Um, so what we jumped in the car, got in the car, and the roads were dirt roads. I mean, the area where we grew up in, they didn't even have like paved streets or paved roads, sidewalks, or anything. It was like a hard orange kind of dirt, but the yards and the driveways were very, very sandy. So we gets in the car and my grandma pulls out of the lane and I was upset, y'all, because I was crying for my brother. I did not want to leave him there. I did not. I was crying and crying and I was leaning on the door. So as we drove back, as my grandma back out of the driveway, we went heading down the road. So we were like this way. Once we back out the driveway, she was going down the road. And then the road in front of the house. And then it was the main road, which was paved. And I think it was paved. I can't remember. It was that long ago. And when she took and turned like that, it threw me out of the car. Literally, when she made that turn, it threw me out of the car. Literally, the door swung open. I guess my sister and I didn't close the door good enough. Like I said, kids were running. We were trying to run so my grandma wouldn't leave us. And when she went to make that turn, when she swung, the driver's side door swung open, and guess who flew out of it? The door swung open and I flew out of it. And remind you, I was a small kid. I didn't start gaining weight until I started having health issues in my early like 18. And when she turned that curve, I it threw me out the car. And when it threw me out the car, she ran over my back legs because she didn't know that I was out of the car. When she made that turn, I fell out and she ran over my back legs. And she didn't know that I wasn't in the car until she felt that the bump. When she felt that bump, that's when she knew she had ran over me. Yes. Everybody was hollering and screaming and crying. And my grandmom cried for hours and hours because she didn't mean it, but it wasn't her fault. We just jumped. I guess maybe she could have checked to make sure that the door was closed, but it wasn't. The door wasn't. It probably was closed. It was half closed, and probably the pressure from me hanging on the door, crying for my brother because she was yelling at me before and told me to sit down. But I was so hanging on the door that when she turned that turn, yes, y'all, I flew out and she ran over me. And we end up going to the hospital. And guess I didn't have, they were so surprised. Like the muffler from the car, or I guess like her spinning, like peeled back my skin. And I have a scar on my knee that's probably about this big. It looks like a leech. You know how somebody get a burn and they don't stitch it, like it's not bad enough for stitches. But guess what, y'all? No broken bones. Didn't break not one bone. But I did have bad burns from that muffler. Yes, I got ran over. And I got ran over, and I probably was about, we moved to Delaware when I was in kindergarten. So I had to be 5 or 6 years old. And literally, and to make it worse, I was born with kidney problems. So I was taking a lot of medications already, and I was frail. When I say I was frail, I had big knees. You know how somebody is so skinny? You was blessed. No broken bones. None. None. I was so skinny. My knees was the biggest thing on me. So I was born with kidney problems. So I took medications on a regular basis. So I was frail anyway. Not one broken bone. Just like burnt leg and burnt tissue. And that was it. But yes, when I tell people that story, they be like, what? What? And the crazy thing about it is one time in school, um, at our English class, we had to tell a story about ourselves. So I told a story about me getting ran over by the car. And then I was able to show the scar on my knee. So I have a scar on my left knee from when I fell out of the car. And God spared my life. So there was a reason for the season. My grandma was so hurt. I remember going to the hospital right here in the same town that I live in now. So different now than what it was. It was like a one story, like a almost like a rancher, but it like a really long rancher. It was so different. So I bless God for that. Even in the same knee, y'all, this knee, I have arthritis in this knee right to this day. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. When I was in high school, I played basketball and I fell and hit this knee on the floor. The same knee that got ran over by the car. And in high school, I got shot with a BB gun in the same knee. So this knee right here, when it rains, it pours. The same knee. The same knee, y'all. It aches and it hurts me when it rains or if I do a little bit too much, but to God be the glory. And that is my story. So, if anybody have a story that they would like to tell, today is National Tell a Story Day. And don't y'all be shy because everybody has a story to tell. It might not be as fancy as mine, or it may be fancier. So y'all come on up here. Y'all come on up and share y'all story with the lifers. Paste. All right, there is the link, guys. So if anybody has a story, I tell a story. All right, thrifty grandma, come on, honey. Come on. Grandma, I know you got good stories. Cause I used to like to sit at my grandmom's feet, my grandmom and my great grandma. I used to love to sit at their feet and listen to their stories. So thrifty grandma, I know you got a good story. Let me bring you up.
Do I need to put on earphones? Hold up.
I can hear you. I can hear you now. You guys,
Okay, can you
lifers,
hear me?
welcome. Thrifty grandma, welcome to the lifers. Uh-huh.
Okay. Good evening, afternoon, whatever to everybody. I'm going to tell you, I was a total tomboy growing up. I had 8 brothers, right? And when they went out to play, climb trees and stuff, and my mama would say, because back then we weren't wearing pants. We had to wear dresses all the time. So my mama would tell me when we would all go out to play, and my mama said, Gail, she would always say Gail. She said, Gail, you better not let me catch those slender legs up no tree. I said, okay, mom, I ain't gonna climb no trees. So I goes out there to play and everything. Mama go in the house and close the door. And my one of my brothers, his name was Matthew, God rest his soul. He was saying, come on, Cole. He said, Mama ain't know you up the tree. So I'm just looking and carrying on. So mama gets in the house and close the door. I goes up the tree and I can climb that tree fast, just as fast or faster as my brother. Got up on the tree and we sitting up in the tree like little tree nuts, little monkeys. And mama happened to, and we had the outhouse and the pump and everything. Mama come outside and she started calling me. She said, Cora, where are you? And I didn't want to say anything because she would hear my voice coming from up the tree. She said, Gail, I know you up that tree. She said, bring those splendor legs on down there because I'm going to wear you out. And girl, I didn't want to come down out the tree because I knew she was going to turn me up. And she said, you got on a dress, girl, you up the tree. So I had to come down out that tree. And I asked my brothers, I said, y'all gonna come down with me? My brother, he said,
They left you
no, Gail,
hanging.
you going on in the house and get your whipping like you supposed to get, because you supposed to be out here playing girl stuff, not up tree like a boy. So I get down the tree, and mama said, come on in here and get your medicine. And I said, Mama, you really gonna give me a bean for being on the tree? She said, Gail, you think I'm lying? So I come on in the house and I said, Mama, can you let me slide this time? She said, no, because if I let you slide this time, you're gonna do it again. Well, she wore me out. She wore me out. And my mama don't weigh 100 pounds soaking wet with rocks in her pocket. She heavy handed. She wore my behind out. But guess what? That didn't stop me from climbing that tree. I will climb the tree every chance I get. And then another time, I followed my brothers everywhere, and I was older, the
Yes,
oldest two
yes.
that was out there doing stuff. I was the oldest, and Mama would say, "You the oldest," you know. So we used to go down to church land, play in the swing. And my brother told me, said, I'm gonna teach you how to bail out on the swing. So I said, okay. Girl, when he told me he was gonna tell me when I'm supposed to jump out, but I jumped. I ended up jumping out before he told me to, and I fell backwards in the
Oh
swing.
my God.
And I had all this long hair with hair
Oh
bows
my
on
gosh.
it. When I hit that ground, my hair bows broke half in two, dirt in my hair and everything. And I said,
Oh
I know
my
I go home
God.
with all this dirt in my head. And I told my brother,
You're gonna get a
I
beating.
said, why you tell me to jump out there? He said, and he said a bad word. He said, "Witch, I didn't tell you to jump out then. You jumped out at the wrong time." But I learned how to jump out that swing that day. I even learned how to jump out while standing up in the swing.
um, Lovely Key said, "Did your mom make you get your own switches?"
Yes, you did, honey. And if they were too
We did too.
small,
We had to get our
you got
own.
some more, and she plaited them all together and wore you out. And I told you
Yes.
we had on dresses, right? And while she was holding one hand like this while she's switching, and I'm jumping up and down with a dress on. She wearing my legs out.
Man, I remember them days. Oh my God, I do. Grandmoms
I was
didn't
jumping
play. And
too then, honey. Mom could say, I
and
was
we used
up,
to we used to
and
climb trees too.
yeah, I love climbing trees.
That's an awesome, awesome story, Thrifty Granny. I knew you would have a good story to tell because,
Yeah,
like I
honey,
said, I
not
used
only
to
did we
love to
climb
sit.
trees, we climbed the house. Mama be looking for us
We
sometime, and
would
we'd be
too.
on top of the house.
I never did, but my brothers did. My son actually got stuck in a tree, and we had to call the fire department to get him down
Oh
because
my
his
goodness.
knee. You know how some of the trees when they will branch out like this, and they had
Yeah.
that little branch kind of thing. His knee got stuck in there and started swelling. So we had to call the fire department to get him out the tree. They had to cut the branch to get him out.
Oh wow.
So we know about them
Ooh.
tree climbings. We even used to have, huh? We even used to have a the tire swing. You know the tire
I'm gonna
swing
tell
where they
you,
had the rope hanging from the
if
tree and had that big tire on there. We even had one of those growing up. That was a good story.
oh
Anybody else got a
yeah,
story they want? I know y'all got stories to tell. Come on. Welcome. Is it Sinatra? Sandra?
and look, you
Acquire?
mentioned about the pump and
Welcome
priming
to
the
the
pump.
live.
I told my dad one time, I said I want running water. He said, you got running water. I'm looking all around the house. He said, you run out to the pump and get it.
We actually had a culture shock because, like I said, we came from Washington D.C., where we were born into running water, indoor plumbing, and all of that, and then we moved here to Delaware, and we had pigs and
Oh, hold on.
chickens, and we had. I mean, I actually know how to pluck a chicken. We grew up plucking chickens. My grandma and my granddad, they would wring their necks and dip them in
I'm
that hot
sorry, y'all.
water and hang them on that clothesline,
Oh, girl,
and we had to
yeah.
pluck them chickens. Yes, even the washing machine with the ring thing on it, where you had to run the clothes through the ringer. We had all of that growing up, moving. I mean, actually, we moved backwards, to be honest. But it made me a hardworking person. I feel like nowadays, if some of our younger people could experience some of the things that we experienced growing up, that they would be a lot
Yeah.
better off because they don't understand. All they know is computer and technology and outside and
Yeah.
all that. We weren't allowed to sit in the house. We could not sit in the house. They made us go
We couldn't sit
outside.
in the house
It
either
didn't care if it was 100.
unless we had some work in there to
Uh-uh.
do.
That's it. And if it was 105 degrees, we was out there with all them 105 degrees. But it's so different now.
But when I
Times have
got big
changed
enough to
and
cook them beans
everything
and
is
them
so
biscuits, I
different.
got to stay in the house.
Yes. And we even do you can 50 grandma? Do you can? You know how like y'all used to go get the my grandma used to go get like peaches and apples and
You
green
know what?
beans,
No,
and they
I
used to
don't
can that
can.
stuff.
I have made preserves, but no,
I want to get back to it. I want to try. I think I'm gonna put my hand at. I'm gonna try to do some of it this summer.
I
I'll
guess
probably
this is a
video
good
some of it
time
for
to
YouTube, but I
learn.
want to. Uh-huh. I still have like two of my great aunts that's still living. So they can show me a little bit. My grandmom's sisters, only two of them left.
Well,
So I'm
y'all,
gonna
my
try to get
family got
what I
all
can
the
get.
masks that I sent, all the masks that I made and sent to my children. They got them.
Oh wow. Wow. All right, guys. Is there anybody else that want to share a story?
Well,
It's
I'm gonna
National
run,
Tell a Story
Angie.
Day.
Y'all have fun. If
Yes,
y'all want
ma'am.
some more stories, I can tell you stories out the yin yang, honey.
I appreciate you for coming on. Hey, Mama B.
Well, y'all have a good day. Bye
You have a good
bye.
day, my thrifty grandma. Be safe. Be blessed. Thanks for
You
coming
too.
up. All right, guys. Lovely Key said we were made to go outside and get our own switches. We used to drink water out of the faucet at my grandma's house. Hey, Mama B. Does anybody else want to share a story? I know y'all being shy. I know y'all got stories to tell. We're not the only one that got beatings. No other story. I got a whole lot of stories, but I want to hear somebody else's story. If we don't have no more stories, y'all, I'm going to go and shut her down. Let me see. Mm, oh, God. Hey, Vern. Hey, Vern. Vern's junk closet. All right, going once, going twice. Somebody else got a story they want to tell? It's free for all storytelling day. Nobody else? I have stories, but I'm getting ready for work. Vern Junk Closet, do you have a story you would like to share? Key Lee, Lovely Key is getting ready for work. Iffy, you got a story to tell? If not, I'm gonna wound up this live. Oh, I can tell y'all one, and then I'll let y'all go. This is one I can tell y'all this story. How did you meet Kenyon? Ah ha ha. Girl, how did I meet Kenyon? That is a story. Let me say. I had stayed home from school one day. And just because I wanted to, I was 17 and mom really didn't make me go to school like that. So I was out to the ice cream truck and y'all, I had on like some boxer shorts. You know the boys' boxer shorts? I had on those, the boxer briefs. I had them on and like a little nightgown top. And it was in the springtime. So I went to the ice cream truck in that what I had on. And of course I was slim thick, you know what I'm saying? And I was at the ice cream truck and actually one of the girls that lived in the same neighborhood that I live in, she was in a car with this guy. Okay, Iffy. We were in the car. She pulled up in this car with him driving it, which they had rolled by me at first. And I was like, hey, I spoke to the girl, which was his cousin, had never met him, but we grew up in the same neighborhood, him, his cousin, and I. So they rolled back around. By this time, the ice cream truck was pulling off because it was a line out there. And she had said hey or whatever, whatever. So she went home, and when she went home, she ended up calling me, and she was like, "Hey, my cousin want to know if he can have your number." And I didn't think he was cute, y'all. I thought he was ugly. Ugh. Okay, Keely. Um, I was she called and was like, my cousin want to know if he can have your phone number. I was like, I guess, you know. And I had a boyfriend, so I was like, whatever. So he ended I think she gave him my phone number. When he no, she put him on the phone. So we was like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? How old are you? The general stuff like that. So then when he went home that night, I think maybe a couple of days later, I don't know if he called me or if I called him. I gave him my number and he gave me his. I forget, but I did call him a lot. I could not even pronounce his name. His name is Kenyon, Kenyon. But I had never seen a name like that and I could not pronounce his name for nothing. But what attracted me to him is the fact that he had a car and he had a job. Yes, I was that chick. He had a car and a job. I'm like, shoot, it's about to get warm. He can take me places and he got a job. Oh, yes. And I thought he was ugly, but I wasn't looking at his looks. I was looking at what he could offer me as far as, being that gold digger. To give me money when I'm in need. So that's how I met him. And we've been basically stuck to the hip ever since. But time went on, he didn't really want a relationship with me. He never really wanted a relationship with me. He wanted to just get my goodies. He was all about getting goodies. Period. He never wanted to be with me. And his conversation from that day was always asking me. He would ask me if he could take me to the hotel. That was it. A couple of days would go by and he would I think my microphone cord got a shortage in it because it keep going in and out. This thing called too much money, y'all. Yes, Vern, that was me. But I just felt like um that's all he wanted from me. That was it. Every conversation was he was trying to get some goodies. He was trying to get some goodies, and that's what it was all about. So eventually, when he realized that I wasn't that type of girl, that's when he was like, "Can you go? Can I take you to the movies?" And I was only 17, so I made him ask my mom. I made him ask my mom. It took him a while to ask her, but eventually he ended up asking her, and we went to the movie. So our first date was a movie, and that was in 1995. So that's how I met him. May the 10th, 1995. I had just turned 17 years old. I was a junior in high school. Yeah, that's how I met him. He's been a hardworking man since day one. That is how I met Kenyon. And June the 19th, we will be married 16 years. And the thing about my husband was he had a child when I met him. Yep, he had a child. He was 18 and I was 17. And he had a son that was getting ready to turn 1 year old. So I raised him. That's my baby. I raised his son just like he was mine. We got full custody of him when he was probably about 5. He was in kindergarten, pre-kindergarten. We got full custody of him. And he will be 28 May the 27th. So that's how I met Mr. Smith. What I'm saying, it was just that, he was hooked finally. When I finally gave in. When I finally gave in, y'all, I was scared. When I finally gave him what he wanted, I was like, oh my God, he gonna bail up out of here for real, for real. He's gonna bail, sure enough. I just knew he was gonna bail out on me, but I must have did something right because he called me the next day. I was determined. I enjoy y'all. Y'all have a blessed day on my way to this hospital, essential worker. The blood of Jesus cover you, lovely Key. Be safe. We thank you for your service. But yes, honey, once I gave in, I was so afraid, but it worked out. We still here and we stayed together probably 5.5 years, maybe. It was about 5.5 years, maybe 6 years before we actually broke up. Because we did break up. We stayed together about that long. But yes, that's how I met Kenyon. Anybody else got a story they want to share? Anybody else? Anybody else? We've been on here for 45 minutes. Of course, I held y'all up on my phone call. But does anyone else have a story? Now, if my husband tell that story, y'all, it'll be totally different. I promise. Because he'll say something. Y'all know how men are. He would actually say something totally opposite. Lord, if I tell you the story of how me and my Boaz met, the entire life, the entire live would get shut down. That's so funny, Mama B. That is so funny. Bree B says, nope, all mine are too embarrassing. Honey, look, let me tell y'all. I remember one time, honey, I got my tail super whipped. I'm gonna tell y'all one more story since nobody don't have a story to tell. Um, my uncle, my grandmom had 3 kids, which Mama Bridget, you crazy. I was not interested in my first husband because he was light skinned. Vern, you too funny. I ain't like no yellow man either, girl. I ain't like no yellow man. I always like dark chocolate from the gate. I dated one Hispanic guy and I dated one light skinned dude. But I was a child, honey. I was a child because I started doing stuff real early, y'all. Real early. Yeah, real early. But I can tell y'all a story about my don't you tell that story. listen listen at that divine connection. Come through here. Mm-mm. Look, the fruitful wife don't want you to tell it, mama. It must be a good story. um, my uncle was more like, but God married with 4 children and then widowed. Wow. Oh Lord, I didn't know you were in. Mama said she didn't know you was in here. Vern, you got awesome story to tell. I'm gonna have you on my channel again one of these Sundays. I'm gonna need you pick a date too. I'm gonna need you get a date. But my uncle was my more like a father figure in our lives. My grandmom had 2 kids, my mom, my auntie, and my uncle. So she only had 3 kids. So my uncle was more like a father figure to us. And he used to get on my nerves. I'm telling y'all, I could not stand my uncle. I hated him so much. If we would be in the house talking on the phone and say if he walked in from work and we hadn't washed the dishes, but they told us to wash the dishes, but we didn't wash them. Or like if they came home, because we had a wood burning stove. And if the wood box was like half empty, the wood box had to always be overflowing, no matter what, wood falling all over the place. And one particular day, it was in the summertime, And my uncle was a chicken catcher. Me and Keely are everywhere. um, my uncle was a chicken catcher. I don't know if you guys are familiar what a chicken catcher is, but in order for chickens to go to like the production plant or like Purdue or Mount Air or any of those places that produce chicken, the chicken catchers would have to actually go to the chicken houses and actually catch the chickens and put them in those crates. So when you see those big chicken trucks coming by and you see them crates full of chicken, people put those chickens in there. They're actually manually caught by the hands and packed into those crates. So my uncle was a weighmaster. He had his own crew and he was a chicken catcher. And so he had on it was hot outside and they would work at nighttime. And then like overnights, like late at night, and then they would be getting off work in the morning during the day. And I think it was like on a Friday. And on Fridays, they came home late in the day because it was payday. You know, they had to get their big cash, their checks, get their beer, get their cigarettes, you know, all that stuff. So it was later in the day versus in the morning when they would come home. So he came home this particular day and I was in the house. Dishes probably was in the sink or something. So I'm on the phone. I'm just a talking. Da, da, da. Let me get my phone. I'm talking. Y'all know back in them days, the phones was on the wall. Like the house phones was like hung on the kitchen wall. And the phones on the kitchen wall. I know what it is, especially have lived in Louisiana. Yes, they be in the chicken houses. Yes. And honey, I guess I will come back on my original channel. And I'm on the phone just talking and carrying on or whatever. And my uncle, I don't know what I did or didn't do, but he walked in the house and took the phone right out of my hand, y'all, and hung it up. He took the phone out of my hand and just hung it up on the receiver. And I looked at him and he was fussing and fussing and fussing. I don't know what I did. I had a lot of mouth as a kid, y'all. I really did. And he said something to me, and I said something to him, and he said something to me, and he started chasing me with them 8 feet phone cords. Yes, Mom Bridget. And he said something. I don't know what my grown sassy mouth said, but he came after me, y'all, and I was running. I mean, I was running. And in our yard, like I said, when we first moved here, it was sandy. We really didn't have a lot of grass. It was very sandy. So I was running and I had on shoes so I could get through the sand. But my uncle, that sand was hot. He didn't have no shoes on, y'all. He was chasing me. He was chasing me, calling me all kinds of names. And honey, when he hit that corner and his feet hit all that sand, it flipped him over. It flipped my uncle over. Yes, it flipped my uncle over in the sand. I mean, that sand was hot. He was sweating. He had sand out on his face. Sand all because he didn't have on a shirt. He just had on like pants rolled up at the bottom. He had sand everywhere. I'm like, Lord, if he gets up and catch me, he is going to kill me. Y'all, I ran all the way home. That was actually at my grandmom's house because he lived with my grandma. But I ran all the way home. And by the time I got home, my mom was like, girl, what did you do to Willie? What did you do to Willie? But yes, if he would have caught me, y'all, he would have killed me. I knew he was. That sand was hot and he was sweaty. And he had to run. And then he fell. Y'all look. That was crazy. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all spending this time with me. Hold up, guys. Yes, Mama Bridget, he would have killed me. He would have. I'm telling you, he had no shoes on in the country. Y'all know how that country hot saying is. He would have whooped my tail, something special. He ended up being one of my favorite uncles. I love him. He runs my grandmom's church now. Yes, that's amazing. But guys, woo, this girl is tired. It is 6:16 p.m. Y'all, I've been up editing videos. If you guys haven't had a chance to watch my newest video, it is eating. Hey, Coco, tell 'em beautiful. Coco, tell 'em you are such an inspiration. And I think you are so beautiful. You remind me, Coco, tell 'em, of somebody's older grandmom. You know, the hip grandmoms. You know how back in the day, you used to have the hip grandmom where you go to your friends. I didn't have the hip grandmom. My grandmom was a pastor, so it wasn't hip. It wasn't nothing about having a preaching grandma. It wasn't hip about that. But Coco tell them, you remind me of that hippie grandma, that was in. Everybody went to that grandma's house. They smoked cigarettes and drank their beer and played their cards. And if you didn't get it right, she would cuss you out. I mean, she would cuss you out, but it wasn't a bad cuss you out, if that makes sense. Coco tell them that's what you remind me. You remind me of. And you are such an inspiration. Coco tell them you inspired me because with your heat press and all that stuff, that I want to get into all of that. Hey, as told by Tina. Hey. With your t-shirt, I looked at your website. Just listening at your story is so inspirational. It really is, because a lot of times when we have dreams and goals and things that we want to accomplish, sometimes we don't know how to go about it. And I like how you told that story on your channel, how the lady at the trademarking place just stuck by you and helped you out. So I love to hear that story. That was a really good story. Love you, Tina. So I love you. Keep what you're doing. Keep up the good work. You're doing a good job over there on your channel. I was in your live. I didn't get a chance to say bye because um I was trying to edit a video and support, trying to get on live, everything at once. Y'all know how we do. Ma una poca loca. Y'all know how we do multitasking and not getting anything complete. But I could honestly say I did edit and upload my video today. It is eating with was it social eating with me. It's called Let Us Eat. You guys, if y'all haven't watched that video, go check out that banging salad. OMG. That salad was litty, as my niece would say. About to eat, but got the notification. Ow. Ow. I love my una. I love my una buna. But yes. So I had to drop in. Thank you for dropping in. You dropped in just in time because I was about to kick off. I'll stay on here about 2 more minutes and make it an hour since I've been on here 57 minutes. Oh, Mama B, that salad was delicious. Coco, tell them keep up the good work, girl. I got my eye on you. And I am so excited to be able to get my shirt. The Fruitful Wife. Hey, Coco, tell them I must connect with you. If Angie love you, then I love you. Oh, the Fruitful Wife. She's good people. But I won t-shirts, y'all. 2 t-shirts from Coco Tellum. She has her own line, y'all. And she even has her own website. It was a great video, Angie and Rilla. It was good, girl. That food was good. I've always wanted to get into ASMR. That was really another reason why I got this microphone. So I played around with ASMR a little bit. So that was after I watched it and heard the crunch. I was like, man, listen to that crunch in that microphone. So what I did was I tried it again. So I have another ASMR video coming out for you guys. It was fun doing it. Y'all tell me and let me know how it is. If it turns out right, y'all let me know. Y'all know how these ASMR channels be doing. But Coco, tell them guys, she has a website with her own t-shirt with her trademark slogan. I won't tell you her trademark slogan. I'll let you guys go and see. Go to her channel, Coco Tell 'em. Check her out. Matter of fact, Coco, I'm excited because like I said, I won 2 shirts from her. And I can't wait to get them because I'm gonna rock them on this channel. I'm gonna rock them. I'm gonna rock them, Coco, and get you some sales. Let me see if I can find your link. Cause if I can, I'm gonna drop it. Angie, I'm taking this channel down, sis. If you want to put my wrench on my other page, then you can, but this page won't be active. Okay, Brie. She is a sweetheart. All right, guys. I just dropped Coco Tellum's link. All right, boo. Love y'all about to eat. Okay, Una. It's been an hour. I just dropped Coco Tellum's link. I just dropped her link. I just dropped her link. I did drop her link. I did drop her link. All right, guys. I thank you guys so much for joining me. I dropped Coco Tell them link. So if anybody want to subscribe to her channel, go check her out. She does motivational mukbangs. And she's working on getting monetized. She's working on her watch hour. Like I said, she has a website with her own merchandise that is trademark, baby. It is trademark, baby. Trademark, baby. But that's a good thing. I'm working on getting some things trademark. Thank you, Angie. What, Tina? What I do? Oh, drop her link. Y'all know I'm clueless some days. I don't know if Coco Tellum is still in here, but I dropped her link, guys. I appreciate you guys for enjoying. Let me hashtag this. I'm a hashtag it in the title. National Tell a Story Day. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have not gone live tonight, you guys use it. Go on it. Go do National Tell a Story Day on your channel. If you have to work on some watch hours or something that you need to do, this is a good, easy watch hour video. Oh, for being awesome. Oh, thank you, Tina. I try to be. Your girl go through a lot over here. I saw you on live and I was starting to come on your live, but I was like, let me go ahead and get this in before I said, let me go ahead and get this in before it get too late. So I just jumped on here and did it. I've been, like I said, working today. I made my rounds this morning, but I got you, boo. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I love you guys tremendously. Thank you for being lifers, aka you guys. I want to let you guys know that I am overlooking the membership, the join button. We are putting some things together for you guys. So if you guys want to be thinking about, if you want to join the membership, it won't take away from anybody. I promise. It will not take away from anybody. And I love you guys so much. Again, thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you for being a lifer. If you guys did not know that you are lifers, that's what you are. What's up? What's up? What's up, my lifers? That would be you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to anyone and everyone that you know about what is going down in the world with your girl, Angie, in real life. And don't forget to ring my bell. That is my post notification bell. So each and every time I post a video or go live, you guys would all be in the know. Did you see my feature page, sis? You on it? No, I got to go look. I got to go check it out, sis. I love you guys. And remember, we only die once, but we live every day. So what? Live, baby, live. I love you guys. That's my time, y'all. That's it. And that's all. Deuces. Tina, I will check your features out. I'm going to go look. Keely, love you, lifers. Have a good evening. Thank you, Keely. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Mm-mm. I think it's frozen. There it is.